love Trisha Brown's work. I really appreciate it. I think it's important to recognize or acknowledge that, like, to the company now, Set and Reset is part of like a living archive, because the company, Trisha's, God rest her soul, no longer with us, and so it's a really big part of their education platform, and they take it to lots of colleges and companies, and it's not just, in order to like make this dance that they can later present. It's really teaching those dancers something that I'm very grateful to have learned and experienced, and not that I am passing it on in any same way in this situation, but I really am happy to honor and revisit that education. We first met resetting Set and Reset in when I at Iowa. She was in undergrad and I was a grad student there, and
a former Trisha Brown dancer who was a grad student set this work.
There's something really powerful about the process of doing that, learning the set material, and then really nearly trying to not necessarily perfect the material, but the sensation or the quality of the movement, and fully understanding like the Trisha Brown sort of vernacular and the way that her mind and body work. But then also the conversation or the collaboration and just the negotiation and pressing rewind and having to recall what just happened, and then doing that process over and over again. Also this act of seeing each other in the dance and being sort of almost told what I'm doing next based off of the action, and my reaction is as a response to something else that's happening.
Yeah, it was very playful. It felt like every time was a little bit different, even though it was set work. There was this element of spontaneity and play and reaction, like Zoe said. And, so it was the most fun I've ever had. And I think in part that's why we decided to do this again, because it was so memorable for us and it had such an impact on our dance lives. We drilled this material for 3 months, 5 days a week, really long rehearsals, and so it was so in our bodies. And then it's been
7 years since
we've done it, and so we had to go back and watch videos, and she remembered it a lot better than I did, but there's still stuff that I'm messing up. So even though we know it and it is set, it feels new.
It's a different perspective, and it's almost like every time I dance it, I'm dancing from someone else's point of view, because the memory that I have of it is nothing like what I'm doing this time. And so it's really not ever familiar, but it's a really liminal space that we're creating.
Yeah, and it's a good practice because her work appears to be so effortless. And so kind of letting go of this idea of perfectionism or getting it right, and just moving from the joints and all of her quirkiness. Mm-hmm. That's more of what I try to remind myself of.
It's my brain isn't doing the remembering. Our bodies really are.